What's up YouTube, Tech Guy Hodger here, and this is Tech Talk Weekly, episode 2. So let's start off with the first bit of news, which comes in linked in with the whole Apple and Samsung court case. Now this is where apparently Samsung has won some kind of court case, and now Apple are required to run an ad on Apple's own website advertising about Samsung. Not only advertising, but also saying that Samsung's tablet looks nothing like the iPad. Now Apple has appealed against this, saying we do not want to do this. Is there no other way we can have this get settled rather than us advertising for our competitors on our own website? I mean, come on. If you were a company, that's the last thing you would want, is for you to, by law, have to advertise for your competitors because you lost some kind of court case. And it'll be interesting to see how Apple get out of this, or if we actually end up seeing some kind of Samsung ads on Apple websites. And if something develops with this or any other news that I'm about to let you know about, it will definitely be in episode 3 of Tech Talk Weekly. So the second bit of news comes from Google, and they have now bought Sparrow, which was a very popular emailing client on iOS devices. Now it'll be interesting to know whether Sparrow is still going to be available on iOS, or will Google stop it altogether. There could be many reasons for Google doing this. It could be because of the patents Sparrow has, or it could just be that they want to integrate the features of Sparrow into Gmail and close Sparrow off completely. It will be interesting to see how this story develops and what reasons Google has for buying Sparrow. Story number 3 comes from Facebook. Now, do you like your chats getting monitored? Well, it seems like you don't have a choice, because Facebook actually do monitor your chats, if you didn't know that already. And it doesn't, now there's millions of users on Facebook, and no, there's not people sitting staring at screens looking at everything that every single person talks about. This is more to monitor criminal activity. So they probably have some keywords that if those pop up in chats, Facebook will get informed, and then they can inform people who are in the authorities, and they can handle it however they want. Now this is, I don't know how they're going to do it, because maybe, what if some of the keywords are being used in general conversation? It could just be that they were telling some kind of story or whatever it could be, and those keywords have popped up. I don't know how Facebook would deal with that, or even how they would differentiate between who is actually talking about criminal activity and who is just, it just happens that those keywords have popped up in those conversations. Now the next bit of news is very good for you Android fans out there. Android has hit 51.8% of market share in the US. Now it'll be interesting to know what this number, how this number affects worldwide market share of Android. I would like to see how the market share of Android has become worldwide. And it is quite easy for Android to get a big market share, because they have so many devices that run Android. Whereas iOS, for example, we only have the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S, which is currently in circulation, which are the main devices. I don't know if this would include iOS in terms of the iPad, but I'm guessing this is only for mobile operating systems. So the next bit, and the final bit of news is that the new iPad/iPad 3 has finally launched in China, and this is without any kind of kerfuffle where people were throwing eggs and there were people being trampled on when the stores opened. And this time around, it happened with no hiccups. People were being served properly, and people had to wait around 8 to 12 hours in queue to get hold of a new iPad. I don't know about you, but I would not stand in line for that long. What I would do is basically what I did, and I recommend a lot of people doing, is wait for the queues to calm down a bit, reserve yours online, pick it up at the store the next day, and you're sorted. That's basically what I did when the new iPad came out. Waited for all the lines to get cleared, like give it a few days or even a week. Order the iPad that I wanted online at the on the Apple website. Reserve it at my local store. Go there the next day and pick it up, and you're done. So that was the news that I found interesting for this week. Do look out for news next week in episode 3 of Tech Talk Weekly, and I'll see you again another time in another video. Take care.